First and foremost, check out my boy Melly Mel Shaves. This guy tagged me in this post. This particular post or this video fragrance tag is your top 5 fragrances that I'll be wearing this December in 22 to January of 23. Head over to his channel, hit him with that sub, hit that bell, turn on them notices. He is creating that content from the beautiful Northwest Florida, and that's Pensacola, Florida, if you do not know. The boy got a good energy, good vibe, man, great, just a great personality, man, super addictive to watch his content. And so whenever he tags me, I try to immediately get up, record, edit, render, and upload. So in front of me right here, I got 5 fragrances that I've been like switching in on and off and wearing the past few weeks, that I anticipate wearing more. And so yeah, we're gonna go ahead and get into this. This is in no particular order, but there is one that I want to save for last. First up, and we'll just jump out the gate with it. This is Elysian. The name of this fragrance is Jaloux. Beautiful presentation on that cap. Kind of reminds you of Tiziana Terenzi almost, with how their caps look. Cap holds really secure. With this fragrance, you're gonna get Creed Aventus and Baccarat Rouge 540. It's one of my favorite layers, so when I smelled this, I instantly knew what this was. There is a few different variations in some of the composition for this fragrance, but this right here is just winter, fall oriented. It is beautiful. This is, in my opinion, the perfect date night fragrance. Has the right amount of sweetness, right amount of smoke, right amount of wood, tanginess. There's a little bit of a green component, a little bit of a fresh and crisp component to it as well. You're going to get some musk in there with that black currant. I believe there may be ambergris located in here as well. It's a perfect date night fragrance. Perfect fragrance for them to be close encounters. And I think you can pick this up a little bit of distance away as well. Beautiful scent. Just love the way that this one comes together. Speaking of beauty, Cotique Valencia Eau de Parfum. This presentation is so just like this gaudy sort of presentation, really heavy, very weighty. The cap on this is extremely weighty as well. Metallic cap with the plastic lining on the inside. And the scent is just glorious. It has some notes featuring lemon and honey, cinnamon, orange blossom. I believe there may be cypriol oil in here as well, if I'm not mistaken. But this is just a gorgeous scent, yo. It's going to be resinous and slightly sweet. It's going to have like a nice creaminess to it as well. There's going to be a very faint and just smooth spice that's going to be accompanying this fragrance. There's going to be something that you pick up that comes off leathery that's going to be due to the labdanum that's in this fragrance as well. Just a beautiful scent. This is one of my favorites from Cotique. As you can see, I've been using this one and putting a dent in this one quite a bit. It's my absolute favorite from that house. Just a beautiful, like I said, sweet, slight spice, very smooth, resinous, leathery fragrance. Beautiful. And that is Valencia. So this particular fragrance here, Fields of Valhalla, it's Creed Aventus and Xerjoff Naxos. This stuff here is wonderfully blended. The Aventus comes in and kind of cuts a little bit of that opening from Naxos. I believe there may be some ambergris present, and that joins in with the Naxos. And that's a beautiful combination, if that's what I'm picking up. The transition on Naxos with this one changes a little bit. It doesn't transition the same, but the dry down is super pleasant. You get a little bit more of a tangy and sort of adventurous and playful variation of this particular fragrance. To me, in my opinion, this is a perfect wintertime fragrance. Perfect for the winter. I feel like you can pull this out in fall as well, but I feel like this would be an excellent wintertime weapon. Next up is from the house of Vocal Performance. Eau de Parfum concentration, 75 ml. The associative number at the bottom is M058. That number correlates to the fragrance that it's inspiring. This fragrance is inspired by EDM Parrot. And this one just gives me like this it's a really dry fragrance. It gives me like this dry, papyrus, woody, almost leathery at moments or tobacco-like at moments, and something sweet like a sticky fruit, maybe a fig or something like that. Could possibly be a plum, but it's so good. This smells mature, but that faint hint of sweetness and just that dry and just sort of opulent dry smoke makes this extremely special and extremely useful in cooler climates and cold climates. This is perfect. The price point on this isn't bad at all. I want to say you can pick this up for maybe about $45, 40 or 45. Got a nice presentation on there. Got like a cool little indent sort of a thing going on here at the bottom towards the lower portion of the bottle. Just a really good scent. I'm anticipating wearing that one in these cooler climates. And lastly, this particular fragrance here is from King Fragrance. Originally, this was Escobar's Finest from King's Fragrances, a fragrance that features notes of, I believe, rum. It had notes of cacao, or either cocoa. I believe cinnamon was present in this fragrance, amongst a few other notes. He ended up submitting a variation of this fragrance. He added in ISO Super, he added in coffee, and tweaked a few minor other details as well. Escobar's Finest had this way of having like this spiced sort of a vibe, and then it sort of transitioned and became a bit more clean, a bit more airy. It had like this faint, dense nothingness about it. There was like a creamy and sort of slightly powdery aspect to it that will kind of come up a little later. And I enjoyed it. And so I suggested that he add a bit more of that component, but add it through cocoa or cacao, thus developing the name. I love this scent. Got a little bit on wrist. You don't need a lot of this. You're gonna spray like the main areas, wrist, here on the neck, the base, and you should be good. The opening on this can be a bit harsh depending on how much you spray. Oh man, but it's just boozy cinnamon type of opening. That spice and that booziness gonna slightly calm down, and as it gets into that dry down more, the cacao is gonna come up more. The coffee will as well, and it's just this smooth, chill fragrance. The ISO Super is just going to enhance whatever you got going on, plus this fragrance. So you will get complimented on this one. To me, this fragrance, especially in this climate, it does garner attention that, you know, other fragrance wearers may not be able to get. Man, that just smells absolutely magnificent. Love the way that this one came together. And that is it for this video, you guys. Like, comment, share, subscribe. I will tag those who I want to tag in this video, in the title and everything like that, and I will catch you guys soon. Peace.